Do you want to know how to present your logo designs using Adobe InDesign, which can help you save time and impress your clients? Well, keep it locked. Hey guys, it's Philly here and welcome back to another episode where I share my design tips. I want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel and enjoying the content. I've been getting some really great feedback, so big ups to you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I present my logo concepts to a client using templates that I've built in InDesign. This will really help you save time and impress your clients by choosing the right mock-ups for your client to really visualize the logo out in the world. So let's dive over to the computer and I'll walk you through my presentation templates. Right, so this is the first slide of the presentation. As you can see, I've stuck to my identity. So I have the logo, I have the typography, the colors. I just feel this is a good way to look professional and to kind of promote myself as well. On this page, we can change the date of when we send the presentation. We can also change the name, so this would be the brand's name of who you're doing the work for. We have the title, logo concepts, and this will change throughout the project because you're more likely to do more than one presentation. And then underneath is presentation 1, so obviously that would change. As you can see, it's very simple. So yeah, that's the first slide. So this slide here on the left hand side is a saying by Sagi Haviv. If you're unsure of who he is, he's a very established logo identity designer, and I actually take a lot of my influences from him as well as Chimaev and Geismar. It's basically trying to make the client be more open and to understand it's about what's right for their brand and not about how they feel and what they like as an individual. On the right hand side, we have the 3 things that you should really think about when creating a logo. Is it appropriate? So that's the feeling and character the logo gives. And I actually done a video recently on finding the right typography for your logo designs. So make sure to check that out after this episode. Number 2 is memorable. So is it distinctive? So right now, think of a brand that you like. Can you visualize their logo in your head? And number 3, is it simple? So is it flexible? And this is something I'll talk about in a little bit when presenting the logos in mock-ups. This slide here for successful logos. I tend to pick 4 logos that are successful, simple logos that are successful, because I want to try and show them that simplicity isn't a bad thing, and it's happening more and more within brand identities we see these days. So it's kind of warming the client up before showing your designs. I mean, it works for me because I focus on simple designs. So yeah, it's just kind of warming them up before I show the concepts. So this is how I would show a logo. I tend to send 4 to 5 concepts. I don't show all the logos together on the first slide. I do that at the very end. I'm basically doing it this way so I can give each logo a chance, and I'll apply the different concepts to all the same mock-ups throughout the presentation. Before we get back into the presentation, I had an interview at a fairly well-known design agency in London that focused on identity design and branding. And one of their designers came into our university and done a talk with the class and basically just showed the projects that they've created and how they run as an agency. Anyways, I got speaking with him and he really helped me with my printed portfolio, so the one that I was going to take for my interview. And he just kind of explained what I should show and how I should show my logo designs. And there's one thing that he mentioned to me, which was clients like to see the logos in small, medium and large scales, because this can really help the client visualize the logo out in the world. And this goes back to what we spoke about earlier, where I mentioned about the 3 things you should focus on when creating a logo. And the last one was simplicity. So is it flexible? So this makes a ton of sense by showing it in smaller, medium and larger scales. So let's head back over to the presentation. As you just saw during that talk, I was flicking through my printed portfolio and I had mock-ups that were in small, medium and large scales. And I'm essentially doing the same here when presenting to a client, but in a digital format. And having advice from an industry professional who knows what they're talking about, I instantly took this advice on and carried on presenting my logos this way. So let's get into the mock-ups. So on the left hand side, we can see the logo at a small scale on a phone. So before you start making a logo, you need to find out where this logo will be seen out in the world. And for this, it was going to be seen on social media, so it's going to need to work quite small. But then the larger scale was going to be on the side of a van. So I'm essentially just taking them for a journey of the logo kind of getting bigger, and this really shows the flexibility that it has. So yeah, the first slide is the logo on a phone mock-up. The second is the workwear, so it's kind of like small, medium. And then the left hand slide here is on a poster, so it's slowly getting bigger. And then the last one is the large scale, which is on the side of a van. And as you can see as well, I'm thinking about the environment. You know, it's about grass, it's very green, and this kind of really shows how it can look out in the world. I hope this episode was helpful. I really appreciate you taking the time out to watch my content. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you've not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up with all my weekly content. I'll catch you same time next week. Take it easy.